Hey guys, my name is Rosie Salgado and I will be the presenter for this group project. This is my first time screen recording on PowerPoint, so bear with me in case if I forget what to say or if I stumble on my words. We are group number 3 and the name of our project is the Galaxy Zoo Project. What is the purpose of the Zooniverse project? So participants are asked to classify galaxies based on their shape. So on the right, I inserted a picture that I found from Google. But a lot of these galaxies are similar to the ones that we had to classify. Science goals that the project is trying to achieve. As one of the members in my group worded it, astronomers are looking into changes from the past, watching the galaxy as it presently exists, and developing theories on the future of galaxies. I don't think I should add any more information to this because they worded it perfectly. What specific questions are the scientists seeking to answer? So, the questions do vary depending on what kind of galaxy that we are classifying. So for example, the classification that I inserted on the right, there's really not much going on to it. So it's just going to be simple questions. For example, is the galaxy merging or disturbed? Is the galaxy simply smooth and rounded? How many spiral arms are there? It really does change up depending on which galaxy we get. As you can tell from these 4 pictures, they all look very different from each other and all the questions are different. How will answering these questions advance scientific knowledge? Astronomers can get clues as to what has happened in these galaxies and what could possibly happen in the future. So each member in our group had similar tasks, but some of us went beyond Zooniverse to find more information that could have helped us classify these galaxies. One team member did about over 60 classifications. I want to say I did 68 classifications, but I would have to log into my Zooniverse account to verify that. Another team member did close to 83, but one of the times they were not logged in, so it didn't count all of them. But in total, they did about 83 classifications. We all agreed that humans are suited better for this task because we can actually take our time when it comes to classifying these galaxies. And since we are viewing these with our human eyes, we have a better perception than what a computer would have. Personal reflections on these tasks. For the most part, every member in our group agreed that it was easy. Of course, since a lot of us, we've never done a project on Zooniverse, it was pretty confusing, but after a while, you get the hang of it. Was the task interesting or not? 2 out of 4 group members thought this task was interesting, while the other 2 didn't. I was part of the other 2 that didn't think it was interesting, and the reason for that is because a lot of the times we kept getting the same galaxies and the same questions, so it did get boring after a while. And the member that also didn't think this was interesting could also agree on that statement. Did you encounter anything surprising or confusing? None of us encountered anything surprising. Yes, we did encounter some confusion just because sometimes the quality on these galaxies were just very bad, or maybe there was a glitch, or sometimes it was just hard to determine what was going on in this galaxy. No matter how many times we read the field guide, it was just hard because, after all, we're not professional scientists, so we don't have the correct answer all the time. What I personally enjoyed the most about this project is whenever I received unique and pretty galaxies, and some I actually had to read into it to find out what was going on. My least favorite part about this task was once again when the classifications were all the same, when there wasn't really much going on with it, just because it got boring after a while. The other team member that didn't find this task interesting didn't really have a part in which they enjoyed, because for the most part they just didn't enjoy the task at all. Another team member actually really enjoyed it because they simply enjoyed learning and reading things about space, so for them this was perfect. And same with the other team member. She really enjoyed this task. She enjoyed learning new things, reading the field guide, and so on. How did your participation help the citizen science project meet its goals? Well, we all have different pairs of eyes and we all see different things. So maybe I can see some things that my other group members can't, or vice versa. And same with scientists. I mean, they have a better idea what's going on in the classification, whereas I might have no idea, or other members in my group might be confused. And, it's very different from everybody. It's really different for everybody. But I guess once we all share our input, it does help the science project meet its goals. Well, that was the end of the slideshow. Overall, it was a pretty good project, despite the differences in our different opinions. It was worth working on it, and I would actually want to do this again if the classifications were different. But yes, so that was pretty much it. Thank you for watching.